Hey, so this is how you might use Checkbin if you were working on an AI interior design app. So what's an AI interior design app? Well, the goal is to take an image and a prompt pair. So this is an image of some actual room, plus a prompt of how you want to redesign that room. And hopefully after running it through your AI pipeline, you get something that looks like this, where it should share the same structure as the original room, but be redesigned in a way to match the prompt. So how does this actually work behind the scenes? Well, it's 3 steps. So the first thing you do is a segmentation step, where you're trying to look at that original image and find where all the furniture is. After that, you put it through an image generation model with a prompt to remove the furniture. Hopefully after doing that, you get something like this, which matches the original image, but the furniture is removed. The final step is to put it through a second image generation model, this time passing in the prompt, and hopefully you get an output like this, which matches the structure of the original room, but it's redesigned to match the prompt. So here's what it looks like to use Checkbin to debug an app like this. The first thing you're going to do is some tests. So I created this JSON file of 20 image prompt pairs. The images are pictures of some room, and the prompts are a way to redesign that room. In my code, I can pass that JSON file into the SDK. That's going to give me a list of Checkbin objects. Checkbins are the core abstractions which will end up corresponding to the rows in my visualization. In each checkbin, there's going to be input state corresponding to that image and prompt that was in the JSON file. For each bin, we're going to go ahead and call this run test function, passing in the input data in the checkbin itself. Let's take a look at what's going on in this function. Here are those 3 steps that I was talking about earlier. First, we're going to segment the image, then we're going to remove the furniture, and then we're going to generate a new image to match our prompt. Now, here's what it looks like to add Checkbin to this code. The first thing we're going to do is for each stage, we're going to create a check-in. These are going to correspond with the columns. Then, for each check-in, you upload the data that you're going to want to see in your visualization. For the segmentation step, I'm going to upload the segmentation mask itself, as well as the in-painting mask. If you do this for each step, and then call Checkbin submit at the end, then you can go ahead and run your program. After you've run your program, you're going to get something like this on the other end. As you can see, we have our input here with our image and our prompt. We have our segmentation step with that in-painting mask and segmentation map. We then have our cleaned room with the room itself and a couple other things I uploaded. And finally, we have the generation. Now, you can toggle between things. So if you want to see the prompt and the image, you can do that. Or you can add new columns if you want to see them side by side. You can also hide columns and expand other columns if you want to take a closer look at something. So let's say, for example, we wanted to take a look at this input image versus the segmentation map. I could delete this column and expand the remaining columns to take a closer look. I can also zoom in and the images will scale together. Scrolling through this, it's very easy to see where things are working or in some cases not working. For example, the cleaning out of the furniture doesn't always work. This makes it super easy to see what's going right and what's going wrong and figure out what you need to work on next. The code for this demo is open source on our GitHub, so head over there if you want to try it yourself. And of course, feel free to reach out if you have any questions or want to talk about how to integrate Checkbin into your AI application. Thanks.